All right, all right, all right. Welcome, Funkos, to another accelerator call. We are going to be getting started in just a second here. Just grabbing a swig of water. See, we got Frank and Jared and Larry on board. Awesome, awesome. Good to see you guys. So, Larry, let's bring you on first, man. And let's get rocking here. So let me get you all set up. I think you can talk now, Larry.
Yes, I believe now we're sharing.
All right.
Beautiful. So this is the main issue I haven't been able to surmount. This pixel is missing in your page, and that shows on all 21 ads. And so I added a new pixel, and I updated Chrome, and no improvement.
All right, let's take a look at this. I am going to or are you able to share this over to me?
Shared the screen. I don't, all I see is stop. Okay, wait, pause share. Okay, there we go. I got the approved. I approved.
All right, let's take a look at this. Yeah, this seems weird. Pixel is missing from this page. Okay. All right, so you got the right Facebook page. More patience now. Normally that's what it is people don't realize this is a drop down. Okay, so it's coming from that page, and let's take a look at where you're sending this traffic. Website URL. So let's open this up in another tab. This is your link.
Should be the squeeze page. I'm pretty sure I double checked that. Wow.
Oopsies. I always do this. I forget that you're on a Windows, and then my shortcuts don't work here.
That was the last thing I cut and pasted trying to figure something else.
Okay, so this page, let's see, where is your Facebook pixel checker? Here it is. So it's, okay, so let's try this. If we copy this link, your actual link to your lander, we always do our actual lander link right here. All right, there you go. So that was just, you need to, for your website URL, you need to have the actual link, not the bit.ly link.
Okay, I've made a note of that. The other issue I was having was, this is going to seem really lame, but I'm taking back over. But on this ad set, it's broad targeting, and we had talked about adding dental universities to one ad set, and I managed to do it to the wrong ad set. So all this got added there, and it really wants to be added there. And I've tried to cut and paste, and with no success. Do you have to individually add those?
You do. Yeah, you'll have to individually type in each of those interests there.
Okay, so I should delete all this though, right?
If that's not in the correct ad set, yeah, you would then delete all those guys.
Huh.
You'll have to click the X mark. So like, yeah, okay. You'll have to do it individually.
I don't really want to take up a bunch of time doing that, but I guess that's done. Okay. So, okay, adding those individually, I believe I can get that done. Okay, that's really my two issues for today.
All right. Well, hey, short and sweet. That's awesome, though.
So I should be ready to launch the best 3 to 4 out of each of those ad sets again and start getting some results.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the rest of that looks good though. Yeah, you'll just have to individually add in those universities again.
What about this is the broad targeting. Should New York and Tufts be in there or not?
I would keep them separate because that's just by your naming convention, that's not too broad. So yeah,
So delete those.
yeah, I would get rid of those guys just so that you have the universities just in one ad set and one audience.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I feel less than intelligent doing this stuff, but working my way through it.
Hey, no, it's good. I mean, we all go through the same questions and stuff as we're getting it. So, and that's why we're here. We're here to help you through all those little things. And Facebook is very particular with all of it. So there's these little nuances, but yeah, once you're up and running, then then you're good to go.
I appreciate the help.
Awesome. Absolutely, Frank. So, or I'm sorry, Larry. So let me do, actually, I don't want to close that for you, but I will remove, I'll give up remote control access. And let me see here.
Do you want me to stop share? Okay.
Nope. No, we're good there. And cool, Larry. Well, yeah. Awesome having you on board there. Keep us posted on how that campaign goes, and then we can check in and see on Saturday what's going on there when you're on the call with either Gabriel or myself.
Sounds excellent. I appreciate the help.
Hey, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's bring on, we got Steve Miller on board. Steve, I'm going to allow you turned your mic on, so you should be able to speak. Can you hear me okay, Steve? Let me try that one more time. Oh, we just lost Steve. So maybe he'll come back in a moment. All right. Bina, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. How you doing?
Hey, awesome. How have you been?
Hello? Hello?
We got Obina there?
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, Obina?
Pretty good.
Good. Well, yeah, we're here to we got you on right now. We're here to help you out with your campaigns. What can we work on?
All right. Let me show you some campaigns I have going. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see that good.
All right. So I got a few campaigns going for a vein practice. Oh God.
Did you say a vein practice?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I like that. That's very niche specific there.
As a vein doctor. So we got a few practice campaigns going for him. 2 vein practices actually. Where is it? I want to show you. So we had a lot of difficulty with the ads getting approved. They kept on saying that we were showing we're going against the Facebook ad policy.
Gosh, gotcha. We can absolutely help you through that one.
finally got some approved. So these are all the campaigns here. Let me just go to lifetime. And we have some image ads and some video. One of the things we want to do is decrease the costs, because the costs are pretty high on some of the images. These image ads, we're getting them for $19 an average. The video ads in Spanish are performing the best. And then we have some Portuguese that are doing okay. But the whole thing is to decrease the costs, ideas to decrease cost, and then learn how to do more traffic and conversion ads, and then targeting.
Gotcha. Perfect. So this is cool. This is fun because you have a lot of data. So we have a lot to look at. So I'm going to request access to your screen there. Okay, so let me take a look at what we got going here. Yeah, a lot of good data and so forth. So let's start with optimization. So let me scroll. All right, so this top one, yeah, you're getting leads for $6.55. That's pretty awesome. So what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna go into a single ad set, and we'll optimize per ad set. So here we're in, let's see, I just want to take a look at your targeting, but the Melbourne Portuguese audience. All right, so 10-mile radius, doing your lookalike, people who speak Portuguese. All right. And leads for $8.53. Let's take a look. Okay, you got one ad. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this breakdown tab up here. We're going to do breakdown. We're going to do delivery. Let's take a look at age and gender for starters. So let's figure out where your leads are coming from and the cost per lead. So 25 to 34 female, you only got one lead, and it was your most expensive, right? Mm-hmm. So this might be an age range to exclude 25 to 34. They just, right? They might be outside KPI, and that's really the first question I should ask you is, what's your goal as far as your target cost per lead?
Like $5.
$5. Okay.
Under 10.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this is performing really nicely. We can absolutely have it perform better, but yeah, immediately just removing 25 to 34, that's going to lower your entire average cost per lead. That's driving it up because every other one's doing much better. Okay. And then if we look at where your real winners are, it's really 55, age 55 and up. Leads for $6, leads for $9. It seems to be the 55 to 64-year-old, is the best, right? That's where you're getting leads for $6. So that's interesting data. Now you have to have a conversation with your client though, right? Because if you just start optimizing for 55 to 64, what might happen depending on your actual audience size, right? Like how big this town is you'll continue to get leads about at the $6 marker. and you might get like 50 or 100 of them around the $6 marker. But then what'll happen, right, is you'll run out of people to show this ad to, right? Because there's only so many 55 to 64-year-olds.
Okay.
So then you'd have a discussion with your client, right? Like if they're going after volume, then you might keep on the 35 to 44-year-olds. Those are getting leads for $7, right? And so, you just have to chat with them, and they'll have an understanding there. How much are these procedures worth on average to them?
1,200 per procedure.
So that's great. So I would imagine, yeah, they would be happy with leads anything under $10, like kind of like you said. That's actually really good. They would have a great ROI on that. So that's the first thing we can do is we can optimize by age. And are you just targeting females? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And have you tested targeting male as well?
No.
Okay.
We feel females make the decision in the family most of the time. So, even if a male has it, the female's going to bring him in. Gotcha.
Okay. It may or may not be something worth just putting a small budget towards to actually test. I mean, you still will have cases where every now and then, the male might make the decision here or something like that.
Okay.
So let's see. Age and gender is the big one. Let's take a look at platform and device next and see if there's any, like, what we're looking for is like a correlation of where your leads are coming from. So the first thing I'm really seeing is that all your leads are coming from mobile.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone's got 25 of them. The Android has the other 14. So your campaign hasn't spended much. It hasn't spent much money on desktop, right? You've only spent $2 on desktop. So it's not like removing desktop will make this perform much better. But what's really interesting is that all 39 of your leads have come from Facebook.
Right.
If we look at Instagram, not a single lead has come from Instagram. So when you cut out Instagram from your placements, naturally you're going to be dropping your cost per lead because you won't be wasting this money advertising on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one to do there. So yeah, optimizing for your age, optimizing for your placement will naturally lower your cost per lead.
Okay.
And because this is local, there's not much other stuff we really need to look at. We can look at time of day, see if anything's really standing out, but normally this is all over the place. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, leads are coming in all different times.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a funny one, time of day. Though it's almost always sporadic.
Right.
People sign up for stuff in the middle of the night. It's really funny.
Is this call? Is it being recorded? Can I go back and take a look or no?
Yes. Yeah, these calls are recorded.
Okay.
And so when we're done to this, you'll get a recording of this, and you can, if I'm moving kind of quickly, you can just kind of walk through it again. So those are the first things that really seen here.
Okay.
If you want to, right, then I know you're doing lead ad forms. Has your client said how those are converting for you?
So that's another problem. The conversion rate is very low. It's like 5 to 10%.
Okay, so 5 to 10% of the leads are actually converting to becoming a patient.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at the actual lead form itself here. All right, name, email, phone number, city. Let's see. And is it okay if I push submit here to see your thank you page?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. You did this correctly with the call us now.
Thanks.
Only 10 free consults a month. Call now to save your spot. So yeah, that's all done nicely.
Well, one thing I noticed for the Portuguese ad, that should be everything should be in Portuguese. I mean, so that's a mistake. I'll tell them to change that. The lead form should be in Portuguese too.
That's a really good point. I completely missed that.
Yeah, but now because I have some VAs that are working on this for me, and I just saw that, so I'll change that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, look at that. And you'll want to double check too. It'll depend on your settings, but these ads will also change. They're automatically they'll automatically change language based on who's viewing them.
Mm-hmm.
So this might actually be in Portuguese, but because I'm looking at it from the States and it knows. Actually, it doesn't. I'm trying to think if it knows on Zoom that I'm looking at. No,
it's the lead.
Yeah, we're in your account, so it should be.
Yeah.
It should be in Portuguese. So that itself will make a big difference for you too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So those are the main things. Then the other way you're going to convert more, right, is do you have an email follow-up or like a nurture sequence?
We do, but we just have one and it's all in English. So that's something we have to do is change the nurture sequence in the Portuguese to Portuguese and the Spanish to Spanish. So we're gonna change that.
Awesome. So yeah, that will also make a big difference for you.
Okay.
There are some templates in the members area too of what you can say in those follow-up emails, and you'll want to customize them to your client's practice, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that will certainly help. We see a good portion of our leads convert from the email follow-up. They don't really place that phone call right away all the time, but once we nurture them through the emails and give them more information, then you'll have more calls come in that way as well.
Okay. My other question was for traffic ads. Because if you notice, I don't really have any traffic ads running. The best way to set them up in this. Are you seeing just running lead forms the best thing, or are you seeing better results with traffic ads?
So great question. So there's two things I'll also say, because I forgot to mention this one. But on this one, to get lower cost per lead, you'll want to test about 5 or 6 more ads.
Mm-hmm.
And when you add 5 or 6 more ads here, it doesn't mean that you'll spend more money. It just means Facebook is going to test all 5 or 6 of those ads, and it means you'll have a better chance of one of those outperforming the others.
Okay.
So a lot of people think more ads means more money spent, but as long as it's inside the same ad set, then you're spending $20 a day. Facebook's going to give each ad a few bucks, see how it does, and then it'll be very clear which one is, outperforms the others. Now,
All right.
the thing I'll add to that is that because this is already in action and running, when you add, let's just say you add 7 more ads here, they'll have like a different video or a different image. When you add 7 more ads, initially you're going to have to flip this one off.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you have to do that is because Facebook is very biased. It's going to help auto optimize. It's going to find you your best performing ad of the 7.
Okay.
Because this one got a head start, it's the one that has all of the leads.
Right.
And so if you add in like 7 new ads, Facebook is going to assume this one's the winner, and it's not going to give your new ads a chance to run.
I see.
So you would pause this one, and that forces Facebook to then give your 7 new ads a fair chance to perform.
Okay.
Okay, so then, yeah, in regards to your question about your traffic ads, what you'll see when you run a traffic campaign is the cost per lead to start is normally more expensive, but the leads are higher quality.
Okay.
They're naturally higher quality, and that's because people have to manually type in their name and manually type in their email and their phone number, and so they're further committing to being of interest.
So if you look at the second one, it actually is a traffic ad.
So let's take a look at this guy.
It's the only traffic ad we have, but I would just have issues just optimizing it to maybe switching it to conversions, because we're only doing landing page views right now.
So did you set up conversion tracking on this landing page? So let's take a look at this.
I think I did.
Let's see what your target URL is here. There we go. I'll do. Are you on a Mac or on a PC? You're on a PC.
PC.
Okay, that's why it wasn't working. Copy. Oops. I'm having trouble here. Copy. Paste.
What?
Oh, so you're gonna want to fix that one. That URL doesn't seem to exist.
No, that's not good. There's all that money that's being wasted.
Yep, that money's being wasted, and then that can also get your ad account shut down. It's just a bad experience for users. So I'm gonna
actually, it's not that one. You're copying the wrong one. It's the one above that. You see that?
Did I copy the wrong one? Let me see.
Yeah. That's just a display. You copied the display. The name.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Oh, that's good.
Because I was about to lay it out on some folks here.
Yeah. That's my bad. Yeah. That would have been bad. All right, let's see.
All right, that's good.
Okay, so the first things is that this phone number is not clickable.
Okay.
The majority of your traffic is going to be on a mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
And so the chances of them closing down this window, remembering this phone number and retyping it in to dial is 0 to none chance.
Mm-hmm.
So that needs to be a clickable, so they just pop it with their thumb and then they can dial.
Okay.
Then also your CTA buttons are different colors. We normally recommend they're all the same color. So like this one's gray, this one's blue, and that way it kind of just trains people to click or to know what that one is. And now this is great. So the leads are of course going to be much better quality from this landing page because you're asking for a lot more information. So you're going to get fewer leads here. They're going to be more expensive, but they're going to be much more likely to convert.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is that we're not on mobile right now. So what you'll want to look at is you'll want to visit this landing page on your mobile phone. And you'll want to make sure that this pop-up form, like, it's easy for people to scroll and enter in their information because it is kind of long.
Mm-hmm.
Want to look at that
Fine.
on mobile?
Oh, say something. Say something.
Mm-hmm.
And this looks very sharp. Yeah, just phone number is clickable. You got your reviews in there. And I forgot which audience we're in, but these guys speak English, I'm assuming, this particular audience.
Yeah.
Oh, this is in New Jersey. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't read your ad copy, but I'm assuming your ad copy talks about how you guys remove the veins in your legs.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing is, and I know you have a video there, you might want to have a few more photos of people with their legs looking great. Because on mobile, what happens is when when these graphics get shrunk. So this looks great on desktop, but what will happen on mobile is this image of the lady's legs, it's all going to be shrunk, and there's a chance it's not even in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I would add is I would kind of bullet point like what is included in this free consultation. People really like to understand that, like, you really want to stack the value of this consultation. Like, right, we're going to take, when you come in, we're going to take photos of your legs. We're going to look at the types, the type of treatment that you would be interested in. You're going to have a meet and greet with one of our licensed physicians and doctors. We're going to do XYZ. We're going to get all those little things that they do. That really builds the value of this free visit, because they don't know, okay, does this free visit mean I just come in and the doctor looks at my legs and then he says, you qualify, it's $5,000, or like, do they do all this other stuff? Do they see what your skin, what's going on with your skin? Do they do all those little things, make that visit seem much more enticing?
Okay.
So that's that will help a lot. And then otherwise, yeah, if you're able to get screenshots in here of the testimonials that the doctor has. So if he's got great reviews on Yelp, if you put the screenshots of what people are saying about him on Yelp, people really trust those types of reviews.
Okay.
So that will help with your landing page conversions. Now let me see if you actually are all right, let's look at your ad copy as well. So your ad copy here, we really like long form ad copy now. Like we really recommend spelling out as much as possible in your ad for several reasons. It answers a lot of questions that would otherwise scare people away from submitting their info.
Mm-hmm.
Like it also increases conversions. So it's good that you said that they're the #1 vein clinic, but you might want to also add how long they've been in business, how many patients they've served, where they're located. All those little types of things build like a trust and authority so that people would be much more likely to trust this stranger. Dr. Vane, where he went to school, is he licensed, all those types of things. It's to kind of build on the fact that this is the #1 vein clinic. But if you say, hey, we're the #1 vein clinic, we've served over 1,500 patients, we have a 5-star rating on Yelp, we have 4 licensed physicians like in the building, those types of things help a lot. Let's see. And then also if you say the reason why you're doing a free vein screening, like we're doing a free vein screening as part of our 1-year anniversary, or as part of our 10-year anniversary, or as part of our summer special. If you could explain why there is that offer,
Mm-hmm.
That will be helpful. And then again, also what is in that free offer. So that includes a meet and greet with the doctor. We look at this, we look at your skin tone, and then also with like, why do people want to get rid of varicose veins, right? Like, is it because they're getting older, whatever it is, or they don't like the way that it looks? But what are the benefits of getting rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
That really helps sell people, right? Like, hey, you can walk around in shorts again, right? Because you're not worried about how your legs look. You'll feel younger. Is this what questions do people normally ask your doctor? Like, is this an invasive surgery? Is it non-invasive? What's the healing process like? Is it safe? If you answer all those questions in your ad copy, then people go, okay, this sounds okay, or this sounds great, or he can be trusted. That will help with your ad performance.
Okay.
Okay, so that looks good. Now let's check out if you are doing conversion tracking, because this is a big one. But I'm going to custom, and we're going to customize your reporting columns. All right, and then let's take a look at, we want to look at your click-through rate. Let's look at your cost per click, click-through rate. And then we're going to go to custom conversions here. Let's see if you have any in here. Mobile app D2 retention, is that one you made?
No.
Okay. So it doesn't look like you do.
No,
Mm-hmm.
the refrigerator was open.
All right.
Okay. So let's go. We're going to go up here, Ads Manager, and we're going to look at all tools, and then we're going to click on custom conversions. So what we're looking for is we want to make sure that on your thank you page that you set that up as a custom conversion so that anybody who fills out that form, Facebook tracks that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we don't see any custom conversions right now. It's asking you to create your first one. So this is important because otherwise, without doing this, you don't know how many leads have come from that Facebook ad.
Right.
So we'll click on create custom conversion. And we don't want to do, let's see, yeah, all URL, you must URL keywords. So let me do this. Do you know what the URL is to your thank you page?
It's still up there. We can check. I think it has thank you in it, but you can check. It's on the squeeze funnel that's still up. It's one of the bars still up. Yeah. You can just put my information in and check real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so.
Thank you. The thank dash you is there.
Yep. So grab this, copy. All right, so we're going to paste this in here now. So now we're letting Facebook know, hey, anybody who goes to this page just became a lead for you. So we'll name this, what should we name this? Let me see what this is. So we'll say this is the New Jersey Clinic lead. All right, so now we know what it's for. We can give this a category. It's good to choose this, give it a category, because that just gives more data to Facebook. They don't know if this person just purchased something from you, if they were an application, but if we let them know it was a lead and you're valuing these leads at $10, that helps them just get better at helping you later find more people to convert. So whenever we create a custom conversion, it's going to say no activity. And we don't want to trust that this is set up correctly until that shows an activity. So we're just going to refresh the thank you page.
Oh.
And then we're going to refresh in here and see if that starts showing activity.
What? So the pixel is not set up?
So the pixel might not be set up, or this is just going slow. So I'll try one more time. Do you have the Facebook Pixel helper installed?
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's it right there.
Did I pass it?
No, you didn't. It's right there. It's not showing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so that's important, right? We'll want to get the Facebook Pixel on here.
All right, I'll take care of that. It's been very helpful.
Yep. Yeah, when you take care of that, this shit, and you visit your thank you page, this will light up green and
Mhm.
you'll say activity. That just means that it's working. Now that'll be important for you because again, before you run conversion ads, you need that tracking set up, and you need to have leads come in, right? Because if you turn on conversion ads, like Facebook doesn't know what a conversion looks like to you quite yet because
Okay.
you haven't given Facebook that data. But once like 20 people sign up on that page, Facebook has a pool of 20 people that were interested in your service. And now they can go find more people that are likely to be interested in your service.
Okay.
But again, for this one, you're going to want to launch, again, 5 or 6 more ads so that we can see if a different variation does better.
All right.
But yeah, with that you'll start getting data, and then what we can do on these calls, right, is after this runs for a week or so, we can look at, we can compare apples to apples. Is the landing page funnel doing better, or are these, or should you stick with the lead ads?
All right. That was very helpful.
Absolutely. Is this your own practice?
No, I actually have another I do have a practice, but it's in New Jersey. I'm sorry, in Florida. I live in Florida. So, but I run ads for the other practices.
Are these all, gotcha? So you have clients as well?
Yeah, this is a client. This is a client.
Gotcha.
I have my own. My own is right here. This one is mine here.
Great niche. I like how you're in there and you're doing this for others. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm just in the all doctor niche.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Well, this is my own ads here.
Gotcha. And so what you're seeing from your experience is you guys are converting like 5 to 10% of these leads?
We're doing up to 20%.
Excellent. So is that because you guys have a better follow-up, or what's your process there?
We follow up pretty aggressively with text and ringless voicemail and all that stuff.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And the reason I ask is because that is something that you could, if you decide to get into it, right, that you could teach to these other practices as well.
Yeah, that's what we plan to do.
Gotcha. Because yeah, what I see happening here, because you have your niche, you have a bunch of clients. What I see you doing here is creating your own course and teaching people, here are the Facebook ads you run in this niche. Here is the follow-ups that you do, right? And you could just do this in this niche and just become the authority in this niche.
Oh, I like that idea. That's brilliant.
Oh yeah, people forget that you can run courses that are, it doesn't have to be that you run a course for other marketers. You can run courses, teach the local businesses, right? Give them the actual ad copy, give them the actual targeting, give them the follow-up, show them how to set up the automated text messaging after, and you can charge them a pretty penny in this niche for that type of training.
I love it. I like that. That's a brilliant idea, actually.
Well, you'll be able to scale much faster with that, right? Then what you'll be able to do is you can go land 1,000 of these clinics. But yeah, keep it in the back of your mind, and we can help you go that direction. There is a lot that goes into running a course and putting it together, but it'll absolutely be a direction for you in the future here real soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be on as many calls as I can so I can learn more from you, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely. And I said your name correctly, Bina, is that right?
Yeah, just go for OB for short. OBI.
OBI. I like
It's
it.
Obi, like Obi-Wan or Star Wars. Obi-Wan, Obi.
Obi. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. We'll go with Obi.
All right. Thank you so much, Dino.
Hey, absolutely. Let's see. I'm going to turn the screen sharing off. All right, Steve, we're going to try and bring you on again. It won't let me unmute you for some reason. Let me look in the chat box here.
How about now?
Aha, there it was.
I had it muted. I sent you a message saying this is my first visit. I'm just kind of checking it out. I don't have anything to go into or share or anything like that at the moment.
That's unacceptable, Steve.
My bad. Apologize.
I'm joking with you. No problem, man. Welcome on board here.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all. Whenever you're set to go and stuff, we can dive into your campaigns. And you're right. Like it's better for you to take a stab at it yourself, and then we can hop on this call where we can like dive into it with you and help kind of tweak it and dial it in.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah, no worries for now. Welcome. It's awesome to have you on board. And whenever you're ready, we'll be here to work on your campaigns with you.
Sounds good. Thank you. This is great, by the way.
Hey, absolutely, man. Let's see. All right. So let's see who we got. Let's bring on board. We got Doug. Let's bring on board Doug here. He's working in the solar space. Let's see what's going on. Doug, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, very good. Let's see what's going on right now with your campaigns and stuff.
Cool. Let me pull it up. Yeah, this campaign was struggling for a while, and then all of a sudden, just some leads kind of started popping in. Wanted to see if you could just glaze over it and see if you see anything that pops out that can be improved on. This client just I'm having a hard time. This is the energy audit client in San Diego. And they don't really have any images to give me of customers and stuff like that. So it's been tougher to drive leads. So I've been using both offers, both the energy audit offer and just the regular solar audit offer, testing different audiences and interests.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy here. Leads are coming from all different spots. And were all these ads launched at the same time?
No. I've recently kind of added more of a solar headline and a solar call to action, and kind of experimenting away from the energy audit call to action, which wasn't getting much traction, it seemed.
Yeah, that word solar, like people like solar, like the word, the concept of it. I know we're starting to look at solar over here myself, as well as some of our neighbors. So here's the good news, right? Is like, again, let's see when you launched these 5 days ago. Like, I mean, there's potential in like with this one and this top one, leads are coming in cheaper there.
Yeah, I was tripping on the last guy, how many form leads he had coming in. Just nowhere near that volume.
Yeah.
Niche, but he's in like a super small area too. I was like, damn, doing something.
Yeah, that he's in a great niche. Like I haven't heard of anybody running ads for like that niche before. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, I really like this. Your ad copy and stuff is great. I think this is the video I've seen.
This is a slideshow one. I think I just took. I had these images, really good images from another client that I ended up using for them, just because it looked kind of like San Diego, even though this is in Vegas. And I think I just had a before and after bill of their electric bill they sent me. And I'm using as a slideshow.
Gotcha. So here's a couple of things. Here's just one thing I'll say right off the bat. In San Diego, I would remove that American flag, which sounds horrible in different ways, but people are weird right now with politics all over the country. You know how divided the country is right now. So depending on and I know you're running campaigns in other states, but in what are predominantly liberal states and democratic states, I wouldn't have an American flag up in your ad copy.
Yeah, good to know.
That's tricky with these guys' logo anyways, but at least the logo is hard to see there right now. But yeah, just people are.
Yeah, I just assume Orange County, San Diego is kind of wider. If you're the demographics with money, that's pretty racist too to assume. It's a pretty wide swath, you're right, of ethnicities all across Southern California. So
yeah, there are, and we're close to the border, and I'm not a political guy myself. Like, I don't talk about it. I don't watch the news. I don't care. But people are really, really into it, and diehards one direction or the other. But you're going to find more people in San Diego are Democratic or lean towards the left side.
Okay, cool.
Again, I'm not sure how big of a difference that will make, but compared to like in Texas, that will probably do much better for you.
Yeah. And then I was trying another interest. I was actually trying another campaign targeting higher income zip codes for the energy audit. Have you ever tried something like that? And I was just kind of taking a stab at what the higher zip codes were, just looking at different data. But obviously, no traction on it.
Let's take a look at this. What I'm really curious about is, like, let's see. I know no leads have come in, but I'm curious how many people have like clicked on your actual ads.
Yeah, these are all the energy audit ones.
Because that'll give us a good idea if your ad copy and verbiage is speaking to them. So we want clicks, we want cost per click, we want click-through rate. So this is kind of telling us too, your click-through rate really tells us if the image, how the image and video is performing from like an attractive standpoint. So as we can see, this top image is actually getting the most people to click on it. So again, because we don't have data on which one's getting leads yet, we have to go back a step and we go, okay, at least which one is performing the best. And if we, like this one's significantly kind of outperforming the others. So with that, you could shut off these other ones, allocate all your budget to this top ad, because technically it's the winner at this point in terms of click-through, but still, we're not seeing lead yet. So it's gonna have to be, let's see what your ad copy is here. That's good. A good one to see compared to, this is a video. I think I've seen this video ad too. Is it of San Diego? Yeah. I thought that was a great video. That's surprising that it's not doing as well. Let me look at your headline text again. Yeah, energy audit. And then, yeah, you can't really read the rest of it either. Yeah, the call to action for solar that we still do the best is calculate your energy savings.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That headline text makes a big difference. Calculate your energy savings.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Get a free solar quote is also another good one. The other thing I'll ask too is like this particular client, do they offer any discounts for like military?
I think so. I should bug them about that. I think they mentioned something about that. I think I mentioned that. All right, no, that's another HVAC client. You're right. I don't think I have it up for these guys.
That one will do good. San Diego has a lot of military.
Yeah.
And if they do a discount, like, yeah. And for almost all of your solar clients moving forward, that would be one of the first things I ask them is, do you do military discounts? If they do, or if they're willing to, like, that's really big, because then your ad copy can completely change to, hey, you know, we're doing something special for military. You get this special deal or discount or financing. That will do really, really good, because the messaging will just resonate more with that audience, and people also appreciate a discount, especially if it's specific to them.
Yeah.
Those are things I would do there.
I think I'm coming up almost to 2 weeks here. I think for both this Vegas one who's doing well with lead forms, and then the San Diego guy who's doing okay. Because I got to review your training again. What are some good steps to kind of walk them through the next steps here? Should I give them both an SEO and Facebook ads proposal? Because both of them need it desperately. So I'm kind of working on just a slide deck that goes over SEO for them for this ACC energy. But should I try pitching both the SEO retainer and Facebook ads on this? Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely would. And just use the tiered pricing though. Right? Like Facebook ads is $1,500, SEO is $1,500, or you can get both of them you might give them a crazy deal, both of them for $2,000.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're kind of almost forcing them to do both for $2,000.
Okay.
And those don't have to be your exact price points. To be honest, what I would be doing right now is, as I know that that's the value of your work for sure, you should be charging $2,000 to $3,000, like absolutely. But still, what we want to do for you, because you're a little still earlier on in this niche, especially with the Facebook ads, is really you want to get clients on board, even if you're getting underpaid.
Cool.
Because ultimately what you're after, right, are just these case studies.
Yeah.
And once you have a couple of them, like, then they all, that's why it's trickier for you to sell right now, is just because you just don't have a couple solid ones.
Yeah.
So you might, on this, I would probably lay out, like, normally you charge $1,500 for ads, normally $1,500 for SEO, normal price is $3,000. But, if they hop on board today on the call, you'll give them a month-to-month campaign at $1,000 for both SEO and Facebook ads.
Cool. I like that.
I would just do that because, again, at least you're getting paid, but you're getting paid to build what will be an awesome case study for you as, like, the solar guy.
Yeah, and that's the issue I'm having with that Texas guy. We did the MAPS trial campaign I was telling you about, and he's kind of jerking me around a bit, it seems. We had a call scheduled today at 1, and he was scheduled. I'm just trying to confuse how I should really ask for the sale. I'm pretty much saying, if you're interested. But he's kind of dragging the chain here, not really getting back to me, but still wants to have a call.
So if he still wants to have a call, like, that's, have a call with them, schedule a finite time for the call, right? So, like,
yeah, he just kind of rescheduled last minute. But
yeah, so that he knows, like, okay, this is a 30-minute call. Because, again, it's really about laying precedent, like, that you're in demand, that you have other options for other clients. So, like, any calls we always have with a client, even in our contracts, we don't talk about calls because we don't want to go down that avenue of laying that precedent. But some clients will say, okay, well, how often are we having calls, or can we have a monthly call? Mm-hmm. And then we always say, yeah, we can do a monthly call. It's going to be for an hour, and we agree upon what reoccurring date and time that will be at. But we let them know, and we always end the call, like, right on the hour, like, we're not going over.
Yeah.
And that's still good when you're doing things like with prospects, because, again, that's just kind of laying precedent that, you guys are busy, you have other options of other clients to work with, you're in demand. And that's, that's important.
Yeah. Cool.
So I would do that. And then honestly, as well, I would do some email outreach, and then talk a little bit about some of the results you have for other clients. But I would get some other campaigns up and running, because real quickly you're going to get really, really good at this niche. And right, the case studies will start to build, even if they're just trial clients. And then all of a sudden you'll just, boom, you have this.
Yeah. That was another question. I have 2 or 3 more trial clients in the door who want to do it. So when do I transition to start charging just like a nominal little fee for setting these up? And then how would you work up to that paid structure where you're asking? Because I was almost debating, it's just like, $100 for the 2-week trial. How should I tier that side of that entry level pricing for trial clients? Do you think I'm at that stage yet, or I should just keep building more free campaigns to get more data?
I would still go free for these next 2. And really what you're looking for is like, you're looking for a campaign where you got 20 to 30 leads, and each lead's under $10.
Well, here, I'll show you. Cause that's the other issue. Cause these guys are doing well. So do I ramp up the budget now, or do I, what do I do to describe like what you're saying to really get them a ton of results?
So are they paying for ad spend, or are you?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So these are the Las Vegas guys paying for ad spend.
Okay, so let me take a look at this, because I just want to help you optimize this one further. So I would kill these ones that aren't getting leads.
Okay.
Not this $3 one yet. Oh, actually, no, it's already killed. Well, let me see what clicks it was getting and click-through rate. Okay, 3. And that's so bizarre. This one's getting a 7% click-through rate. Okay, well, it's only spent $4 so far. So I would kill this one because it spent $11. Doesn't have a lead yet. This one, we still want to give a chance. It's only spent $4 so far. So maybe it's going to pop a lead at the $5 or $6 mark.
Okay.
And right, it does have the best click-through rate, so it's surprising that it's not. It just happened to randomly not be converting. Yeah, and I would kill this. I would still let these run for a moment, but if nothing changes, the next one I would kill is this testimonial video. Again, we want to see if this one comes in, but this top one's your winner. It's getting leads the cheapest. It has a higher click-through rate than this one that has more leads. So in time, what'll end up happening because it has a higher click-through rate is it will end up getting more leads. It's just a data anomaly that this one happened to have had more leads so far.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah, we look at those numbers. Because right now your overall cost per lead is $17, but we know it can be under 10 if we just put the budget into that one. Now let's use your breakdown, and then let's also look at age, gender, and platform, and see if there's anything that stands out. Male, I'm going to guess they're all going to be male. Nope, there's one female. So 4 out of the 5 leads were male.
Okay.
I would flip off female.
Okay.
That's what we're seeing in our solar campaigns as well, is that it's the males who tend to be the most interested. Let's look at platform and device now. Okay, cool. So you're just running this on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not going to be too much here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I would just flip off female. That'll get you cheaper leads. And then, yeah, let's see how these 3 do. What is your current spend?
So yeah, I'm testing two different interests. I'm curious how you weigh which ones to keep going and which ones to kill. So I'm using that Connect Explorer that lets you see the click-through rates on interest. I just started experimenting with different kind of sustainable, eco-related interests. I was curious if you tried any of those in your solar campaigns.
Yeah, we did. We tried a bunch. They were the ones that we passed over to you. Let's see.
Yeah, these are the ones. So this guy, solar energy ad sets, the one of the interest that I'm using you gave me.
Gotcha.
I think you have like renewable ones too, but in the past, those weren't working as well, but I should try them again for this region.
Well, let me see something. The one thing I would try too is I would remove Spanish. So like, here's what I would do. Rather than increasing your ad budget right now, you're spending $14 a day. I would duplicate this one down here, and I would just get rid of Spanish.
Okay.
And just to see, because I know in my training I say, hey, it's important to keep Spanish in there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it does change radically per industry.
Yeah, so remove Spanish and females from that one then.
Yep. So yeah, when you duplicate this, remove female, remove Spanish. See what you're.
Pause that one or keep the original one going.
Keep the original one going.
Okay.
And then you'll want to reuse your ads.
Okay.
So actually, when you duplicate it, naturally these ads will copy over, so you'll be good. But don't create new ads is what I'm saying. Like we use the same ones just so that we're now just testing the different targeting.
Can I get your feedback on the sustainable interest just to see what you think of them first glance?
Yeah, let's look at this guy too.
Because this is the part I feel most unconfident in is choosing interests. So I just really have no bearing on them.
Let's see, electricity. I'd get rid of electricity.
Just because it's so broad?
It's super broad.
Yeah.
There's 184 million people who like electricity. I think that one's a tough one. I think because everybody likes electricity doesn't mean they're into solar or green energy. Electricity generation, I would also get rid of that one. Energy conversation, I like. Green building, photo. Haven't tried that one before. I like these ones. Renewable energy, solar thermal energy.
So do you think these are going to be cannibalized? Because these are overlapping interests from the other campaign. Are there advantages or disadvantages to having these overlap?
It's okay to have. I mean, technically, you don't always want to do overlap. So, really what I would do here is like environmentalism. That's a tough one. That again, it's under the category of politics and social issues.
Okay.
So that's like, I wouldn't do that one as much. Like if you were to do environmentalism, then I would layer this audience. So in other words, right now with your targeting, Facebook is finding somebody that has an interest in one of these categories.
Okay.
If they might see your ad because they're into environmentalism, they might see your ad because they like electricity.
I see.
But what we can do right here is narrow the audience. So if you want to have things like environmentalism in there, we would narrow this audience and say they still have to for sure like solar energy.
I see. Okay.
And now if they like environmentalism, but they still also like solar energy, now we know they're kind of a fit.
Cool.
So that's a good one to do it. It's like keeping electricity would now work because if they like solar energy and they like electricity, they're probably really into solar electricity energy.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll let you do that one there, but that would be a good one to do. Yeah, so that'll make a big difference for you there.
Do you think I could just shut off that ad set or keep it going?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
What I would do is, let me see what was going on these again. I mean, what I would probably do is duplicate this ad set,
Okay.
make the changes to it,
Yeah. Okay.
and then turn off this original one. And I would, again, go just mail.
Cool.
Let's see. Yeah.
And then finish, yeah.
Yeah, but that otherwise looks good. But yeah, those adjustments there will definitely help with how this guy is performing overall, and you'll get cheaper leads. And again, I don't know what your client's monthly budget is. Did they give you one?
I kind of give them the 2 week. I told them anywhere from 200 to 300 for the 2 week period.
Okay, so I would try and get to that $300 marker. Right, so that way you can just get them as many leads as possible, and dial this in as much as possible for them as well.
Cool.
And then what you explain to them too, right? You can show them like, well, right, we're 10 leads for $16 a lead, which they're going to be happy with that.
Okay.
But then you can let them know, hey, when we start doing a volume of this, right, we'll be able to get this cost per lead down as we further optimize the campaign in this particular city of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So they'll be happy about that. But when you chat with them, right, you're chatting with them about these numbers, but you're also talking about you want to do a projection into the future, right? So at this rate, where they're getting leads for $17, and you're like, I think we can get the leads down to $10. As we have more budget and more data. So that means if they have, you'd say to them, if you guys are spending $1,000 a month, right, you'll have 100 leads.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then if you close 2 of those leads, like that's big money for them.
Yeah.
And so you really, again, you're driving that sales conversation. Like, do you guys think you'll be able to close 2 in 100 leads? And they'll say yes. And then you ask, what's that worth to you? And it's worth a lot of money to them closing 2 deals. It's very easy for them to see the value of this. And then you can take it a step further, say, well, imagine if you spend $2,000 a month, right? We're looking at about 200 leads for you.
Cool.
Yeah, and that'll help you out there.
I got one last campaign in a different niche, if I could have you glance at. Sorry.
No, that's good.
I have this drone business that I just kind of farm out to my friends who are all these licensed pilots. So I wanted to try getting just a drone campaign going, just a lead form, just here in the SLO County area. But I can't get any leads yet. Spent $33, just still kind of letting it run. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm targeting all kind of realtor employee interests, like people who work for the various realtors. I know you've done some real estate stuff, so
let's take a look.
This is the last one. Sorry.
No, you're good. So it's tricky, right? You've spent $33 and you've gotten 11 clicks, which isn't that's $3 a click, which is expensive. Your click-through rates are pretty dismal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see your targeting here. I would again get rid of Spanish in this particular niche. Let's see, interest, realtors, expo, real estate brokers. I would, let's see, your potential reach is 23,000. You're in such a small area
Yeah.
out there. I think that's a big part of this one is this. You have a ton of interest, Spanish and English, and there's only 23,000 people that match. I imagine there's only so many realtors in that area. So this is just a tough,
Totally. Yeah.
this is a tough niche just in that small town. Like what you see in smaller rural areas are more expensive leads
Mm-hmm.
because there's just not enough people. So yeah, if this guy was willing to travel and do the stuff in a different city, I think you'd see a much different results.
Yeah, I have some overlap in northern Santa Barbara. That's what the San Ynez does. But yeah, that's always been the issue with some clients around here is just for the Facebook ads, it's just the population size is so small.
Yeah.
I like that Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's what I would kind of say is like this will just be a tough one for this one to do.
Okay, good to know.
And again, it has nothing to do with Facebook. Same would happen on Google, or if they're running Google ads or anything else, or SEO. There's not going to be any search volume for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of where he's at. I mean, he's going to be. There's probably in those counties like maybe 30 or 40 realtors, maybe 100.
Sure.
He's probably better just emailing them and just being, hey, like I do drone videography if you need help.
Okay.
Just straightforward.
Yeah, good thinking.
But yeah, make those little adjustments and tweaks to your campaigns, and let's see how they're doing by the weekend and next week. But I'm confident that your cost per lead will go down.
Cool stuff. Thanks so much, D1NO.
Cool. Absolutely, Doug. We'll chat with you soon, man.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. All right, let's get Jared on here. He's been waiting. Jared, can you hear me?
Yeah, got me?
Yeah, got you now. We got you as a panelist. How you been, buddy?
Well, good, man. Really good, actually. I did 2 more onboards yesterday.
Like, you're just a beast.
Dude, I'm not doing any more outreach, and I've turned ads off and messaging. I've got to take what I've got and stabilize it.
There you go. Awesome, man. You're getting to that point. Different problem in your business.
Yeah, it's for a while I was like, oh my God, where am I getting clients? And that was an easy problem to have. Now that I've got them and delivering them, it's funner, more fun.
Yeah. It's funny thing about business. You'll always have problems. It's just you're upgrading the types of problems you'll have. So now it'll be delivering results, and then after that, it'll be scaling once you have the system down. It's never ending.
Yeah, that's the plan, is get these ones down and then start looking for contractors.
Awesome. I love it.
So I've got a couple. The main one is the one that I talked to you about, which is the Angel Investment Network. I just want to show you. Let me share my screen. Let me show you what I've got so far. So I'm at the for ad sets and ads. I think I've got those dialed in for the test sets. And just real quick helicopter in here is we're looking for businesses that are generating $500,000 a year or more, and they're looking to raise capital. The name brand that goes with AIN is Kevin Harrington and Shark Tank. So I went with 2 ad sets of Shark Tank fans, so they'll know the name, they'll know the brand. And then I went with, I added consumer electronics show. If you're an entrepreneur or startup guy, you go to those. That's where they go. They also go to Burning Man and things like Coachella. So those were my 2 target ad sets to start with. And then these are incubator accelerator plans. That's usually what happens when you get angel investment. They plop you right into an incubator and accelerator to get mentorship.
Awesome.
So I think that's a good start to just kind of start there.
Yes.
Have a look at this right here. That is the core that is the same on all of these ads. The top part just changes to fit the video.
Perfect. Let me take a look at that one. We are an 8400 CVS store. Shark Tank's Kevin Harrington, his team helped Jennifer Holland raise millions for a company to expand internationally. You ready to take your company to the next level? Apply to our mastermind today and receive your free business funding evaluations. Does your business, does running your business feel a bit overwhelming? Does it feel like there? I think the ad copy is really good. So I understand completely. You're only looking for businesses that are doing over 500,000.
Correct.
Okay. This will be, I think this great ad copy to launch with. And again, this is why we test ad copies. You just never know. But the thing that immediately is going to come to mind is that you guys they might be fine with this. I don't know what their, again, you'd have to remind me what your application says and so forth. Is there qualifying that says you need to be making more than 500,000 on the application?
There isn't. And I talked to him about this because I told him, it's going to be about impossible to launch a first campaign and go and find businesses making, $500,000 or more. I can't target that per se. So what the goal here is to kind of do a catch-all and put them into the funnel and do the conversion tracking on those that make it to the second step, because those are going to be all the ones that are qualifying for it. And then launch and then have a custom audience and a conversion campaign based off of those results.
Perfect. All right. Awesome. You nailed it. Yep. Because that's what I was going to say is otherwise your ad copy should say, hey, we're looking for businesses over 500K. But yeah, that's perfect way to do it.
Yeah. I let them know. I said, hey, we might run $500 to $1,000 with a catch-all trying to find these businesses, and they're fine with that.
Cool. Excellent client to have. You got to love big clients that are on board with for the long run.
Yeah, they're pretty much like, whatever, how much does it cost? Okay, get it done.
Yes.
So I'm very happy with this. And then this headline was my only question.
Work with Kevin Harrington. It seems like let's see. When you click on that learn more button, are you able to get rid of that button?
I mean, this call to action, get rid of it.
Sometimes they give you an option to do no button. Is that in there for you?
No.
It's like Facebook's like testing it out. And it's like here, there. Sometimes it's in, sometimes it's not. Okay. All right. I was hoping you'd have that one just because then you could drum up the full headline there. That's what I would do. Yeah, I would say work with Kevin Harrington. Yeah, that's killer.
All right, cool. And let's actually take a step back and look at one of these ad sets for delivery. So this is a national campaign. Placements. Obviously, for my local businesses, I just do Facebook feeds. I don't even mess with Instagram for the yoga studios, just because they just optimize down to the feeds. So for this one, where else should I be placing these? I got the right column and I just tagged Instagram feed to see what happens.
Yeah, starting at the national level, I would do all placements, to be honest.
And then just optimize down?
Yeah, and optimize down.
Okay.
Just because with this in this particular niche, because it's not local, like when people read like articles through Facebook, when they get into that audience network, a lot of the articles they're reading are business related, how to grow your business, how to do this, how to do that. Not so much for local businesses. For local businesses, like somebody's not reading an article about the local pet shop. They're national stories. So you'll get clicks that actually come from the audience network where your ad will show up on a related article about getting funding, growing your startup, something that happened on Shark Tank. So I'd at least start with that audience network in there. And then because also Facebook's been changing recently, their algorithm's getting better and better and better. I would start with that, and then optimize down.
Okay, so I'll just switch them over to automatic placements and let it do its thing.
So when you go back into that one for a second, let's look at your audience size. I just want to see what so it is a small audience size.
I did. I think that's the smallest of them. And I can broaden them up by adding some more of the sharks in here. But it's highly targeted because the person that is going to be interested in a $15,000 program or a $50,000 a month mentorship, they are already aware of these seed camps, Techstars, the Brandery, Y Combinator, and they're applying to these programs. I've been this person before. So we apply to these programs because we're actually looking for either to get into the accelerator or to get access to the mentors. So anybody that knows these programs, they're already going to be interested in the mentorship. And that's really because it's not going to do the client any good if I just get people that know about Shark Tank and they run a business page, because that's going to be everybody. That's going to be your small businesses. You could run a sewing shop and fit into that category. And for the most part, if you're running a single retail location, you're probably not looking for funding or mentorship to expand to additional retail locations. So just on this one, I mean, should I try and get that a little bit broader? I can add a couple things in here and there.
What I would honestly do, because again, it's very inexpensive to test and get data.
Okay.
I would duplicate this ad set and I would remove that they need to match your Seed Camp Techstars. I would just remove that because again, you will get those small businesses. Maybe they own a sewing shop and stuff like that. But I would still believe that they would be able to, because of their names, they would be able to pitch and close people that, well, what's crazy is there's businesses out there that are easily doing 500,000 and they haven't thought yet, wow, I could grow faster if I had funding, or wow, I could, it hasn't even come to their awareness. I wouldn't have known that I qualified to work with Kevin Harrington and like that. Right. So and I'm not out there. I do not follow Seed Camps, Techstars, any of that stuff, but I do watch Shark Tank every single night almost. So I think I would just test the two because again, it sounds like their funnel is gonna, that nobody's hopping on a call until they actually qualify for this.
Yeah. So
there's kind of no hurt in having that sewing business owner come through and they just go, nope, you didn't qualify. So it sounds like their funnel does a good job of disqualifying those who wouldn't apply. But I do think you will find a lot of businesses that watch Shark Tank and follow those guys, and that would qualify that aren't looking at funding yet.
Okay. How about this one, 100,000?
That looks good too. Consumer Electronics Show. That's a better size. So, honestly, here's what I would do. It just kind of came to mind. That first one where you had, I would duplicate that one and I would just change the ad copy for that audience, right? Go super broad where you have this audience size of 1 million or 5 million.
Okay.
And then in your ad copy, just say, we're looking for businesses that are doing 500K or more. So that way you're disqualifying the sewing business, but you're reaching all those business owners who aren't necessarily looking for funding yet, but do qualify. And now all of a sudden it's come to their awareness they can work with Kevin Harrington.
They want funding. Okay. So just change. All right. Yeah, I can get that.
Because that way your ad copy disqualifies the smaller businesses, but you still there's still going to be a lot of businesses out there. Like, again, that's so cool that you can work with Kevin Harrington. And they probably oh man, who knows? They develop their own product. I have a couple clients, they develop their own product. They're, they run it off Shopify. They do 2 to 3 million a year. They, probably had no idea that they could do something like this, and they probably would be super interested.
Right. All right. So maybe rather than instead of duplicating this, because this isn't running yet, instead of duplicating it, just take the accelerators out and change the ad copy. Because I'm looking at the budget here, and I know that I've got up to 100 a day, and I'm saving the other $20 for a custom audience that I'm supposed to be getting from them sometime.
Gotcha. So then maybe what you do is you just drop this one $10 a day and then duplicate it, and the other one's $10 a day.
Okay.
And the other thing to keep in mind, the way we like to launch campaigns is we like to spend heavy for the first 5 days. So if our client goes, hey, our budget is $1,000 a month, or we'll make it easy math. If our client goes, hey, our budget is $90 a month, we're supposed to be spending $3 a day. But what we'll do in the first 5 days is we might spend $20 or $30 in the first 5 days. What we're trying to do is get the data back as quickly as possible. And then we start trimming the fat. So even though your daily budget's $100 a day, it's fine for you to spend $120, $140 a day for the first 5 days, because then you can kill off immediately, faster who the winner is. And now you can start optimizing faster and getting more leads in you can get more leads in by day 10 rather than not knowing the full data until day 20. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. And I think I'll probably be changing this one too. Yeah, there's only 80,000 in there. I think there's a lot more in here though. Yeah, 500,000.
Nice. Okay. That's so funny. They like Burning Man. Is that what they told you?
I know some tech bros. They're my friends. What usually happens is well, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to Eric. Is they started a product, they got their tech out there. They're really small, just 5 guys, and then boom, they got a $3 million seed round. Well, when that seed round comes in, attached to that is that the investors will take a board seat or 2, and then they're going to attach senior executives to go along with it. So all of a sudden, their income goes from $20,000 a year to $100,000 plus, and all they're in charge of is being there and being the face. They've got a lot of spare time, and they party, and they like to party in areas where like minds are. So they go there. They do shrooms, they drop acid, and they hang out with other tech bros and people that are doing big things, and that's just kind of what they do. So yeah, they do that with Tomorrowland, Burning Man, Coachella, which I'm going with them this year. So
awesome, man.
Yeah, definitely piggybacked on that one. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a VIP ticket.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast. I still haven't done Burning Man. I wish I could party more than one day without but I can go. I'm too old now. I can do.
I'd take for Coachella, I took 6 days off. I don't know how that's going to work without having any contractors yet, but I will figure that out.
Tell me what ads manager looks like on shrooms later.
Oh, right. I'm just going to close it. Just laptop can't go with me.
Yeah. Smart man.
So yeah, that's the internals here. Here's where it's going to get tricky. So it all takes them over to a landing page. I took your advice. I talked to them about it. I said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to mess with this too much. I'm going to use the funnel that you have and try it out. But here's where I haven't launched it yet because the conversion tracking, right? So when they're here and they want to opt in, it does a normal opt-in. And I think what I'm going to do here is create an automation to nudge to complete the survey. We'll talk about that next week or something when I've got something to look at. But once they opt in, it takes them to this first page here. Now, I have a meeting with the software company tomorrow, and they're going to create some custom stuff so that we can get code in here. What I'm looking to do is, I don't know where I should put, obviously the pixel will go across all of it, but where should I start putting, where's the conversion? And I'm looking for being able to retarget people, kind of like cart abandonment, but survey abandonment. Let's say they get halfway through this, and these are very busy people, so they just kind of set it aside, and I need to get them to pick it up later. But I need to be able to, how do I target that?
Yep. Yeah. So we have a similar funnel that does just this. And they have the survey and the application, and the application's long. It's like 15 questions.
Yes, that's what this is.
Yeah. So that's exactly it. You'll have to first be able to have the pixel on this page. Again, you have a couple options here. You're meeting with their developers, so if they're able to get the pixels in here, it should be, they don't have to develop anything. They just take the code and throw it into the header of the HTML. It should take them all of 30 seconds.
Right.
But nonetheless, you got to have that pixel on this page. And then what you're going to have to do is create a custom audience of people that visit this page. And you'll create a custom audience of people that visit the thank you page after they fill this out. All right.
Okay. Let me show it to you, because so there's actually 2 surveys, right? So when you fill this one out, it'll get you started on this, which is actually the business profile.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you start the business profile, you go through this, and instead of a thank you page, it brings you a discovery report on what your internal business is doing, how they can help it, all this. This is just, I wouldn't even read this. I'd give this to the CFO kind of thing. So right here then, are we saying that we should create a custom conversion on the thank you page and then tag it with Facebook's little lead tag?
So you're going to need 2 conversions on this funnel. You're going to need a conversion for everybody who gives their name and email on the first page, right? And so the thank you page, let me do this really quick. Oh, can you, did you get a pop-up?
There you go.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're going to need a conversion on this page right here.
Do you have it? It's asking me to, okay, there we go. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see if this is, I think this is going. All right, I'll let you control it because it's kind of going, I think, a little slow for me. You're going to need a custom conversion on the first, after they give you their name and email, this page. This is custom conversion 1.
Business profiles, custom conversion 1?
No, back one more page.
So they submitted their email, brought them to this page.
Yep, that's conversion 1, right? Because that's top of funnel. You're going to want to start optimizing for conversions for people to get here to this page.
Okay.
All right, now once they get to, and this is the beginning of the application,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're right, there's several, it's a multi-step application, so they have several pages. The second,
Yes. Here's the second.
What's that?
Here's the second.
Yeah, this is the second part. And then go to the third part, which I think is like the business analysis, right? And this is technically the thank you page.
This is technically this would be the thank you page.
Right. So then this becomes your second conversion. It's application complete. Like that's what you'll title this as, application complete. All right. So now you have, and you need to create those 2 conversions so you can track, right? Because what'll happen with your Facebook ads, Jared, naturally, is you might have one ad that seems like it's crushing it because everybody enters their name and their email. They get past the first step. But then you might have another ad where lead volume is dwindling, but everybody from that other audience, even though the lead volume is significantly lower, they might be the type of people that go through the entire funnel and get to this application. They fill out the actual application.
Okay.
Right. And so ultimately then you're after application completion. And so that would tell you, okay, like what's better is this other audience where leads are fewer, but they're completing the application. But what you're going to want to do, right, is you're going to want to run conversion campaign probably like a week or two into this. And you're going to want to run retargeting ads. So your conversion campaign, you're going to target people that just make it through the first sign up, because you're trying to get as many people into this funnel. And then you're going to do that until you have you're going to need like 30 or 40 completed applications for Facebook to really have enough data. Once you have 30 or 40 applications, you can start a second conversion campaign where the objective is to get applications.
Okay. So I haven't talked to the tech team yet, but I foresee an issue, because what this report does is it's not necessarily a thank you page, a static URL. I'm pretty sure that this right here is a dynamic report, right? So I wouldn't be able to go into Facebook and tell it anybody that gets to this specific URL unless I can make it just that one.
You can make it just that one.
Okay, cool. So I can get that one. Should I put the little lead tags on these pages just because?
You say lead tags?
Yeah, you know how you can go into Facebook in the pixel and you can add in like added to cart, a lead generated, viewed page, view event.
Yes. Yeah. If you do that, that will be better for your data and your analytics.
Okay, so I'll have them add that. And then the rabbit hole gets a little bit further. So this is just the top pre-qualifier. Once you actually fill this out, they have an automation through Infusionsoft that gives you an email to do a deep dive. Then it brings you to another one. So same thing here then, do a custom conversion for anyone that fills out this, and then another custom conversion for everyone that gets to the end of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Now on this one, I also want to do a custom audience of anybody who makes it to this page.
Okay.
So for every custom just so you know, for every custom conversion you ever make in any campaign, you also create the same custom audience as well. Right. And the audience allows you to create lookalike audiences from that. It allows you to do a lot of things. Because what you're going to want to do when you have a custom audience on this page, then you can run retargeting ads, right? Anybody who got to this page but didn't fill out their deep dive, this deep dive submission, then you can retarget them, drive them back here and be like, hey, you forgot one more step, last step to see if you qualify to work with Kevin Harrington, fill out your deep dive.
Okay, cool.
But that's what you're going to want to do throughout this entire funnel, right? Those retargeting ads are going to be different per step. So some people are going to fill out their name and email. They get to the beginning of the application, but they don't fill out the application. And so you're going to have retargeting ads that say, hey, are you still interested in working with Kevin Harrington? Don't forget to fill out your application. We're accepting 10 new businesses this month on a first come, first served basis. Fill out your app right now. And so you'll drive them back to the application page, the first step of the application page, and then they'll fill out their application. Now, when they're done with their application, right, you'll have a custom audience of everybody who filled out their app, but hasn't filled out their deep dive. And then you'll retarget them and say, hey, great, we got your application. Kevin's just asking that you fill out your deep dive before, we hop on a call with you. Please, click here to fill out your deep dive. This is the last step. And then you drive them back to this page here. So you'll have all these different retargeting audiences depending on how far they are in the funnel.
Okay. All right. So I think
this is a cool one.
Yeah. And it's nice because they've got really all I have to do is get the Facebook and the targeting down, because they already have all the internal processes to, just pass the ball off to them basically.
Which is awesome, because I've built this funnel before on the back end, and it takes forever.
Yeah, it looks like it would not be that fun.
It's what's crazy is what their email automation should be doing, which is it tags people whether they based on how far along in the funnel they are, and then they get custom emails based on that. So if somebody fills out their name and email, but they haven't filled out the application, they get tagged that, all right, they're, they joined, but they haven't filled out their application. They get reminder emails to fill out the application. It's kind of like the same as your retargeting ads, but it'll be an email format, and there's all these different sequences.
You wouldn't happen to know a contractor familiar with Infusionsoft that I can pick up to do that for him, would you?
No, I stay away from Infusionsoft with a 100-foot pole. Like I use it. It's miserable.
They were asking me if I wanted the back end access to that, and I just told them no.
Smart.
Yeah, because I've worked with Infusionsoft contractors, and they want like $20,000 to set up these funnels, which tells me that they're either that complex or just ridiculous to work with.
It's a combination. Infusionsoft is that complex. It's that powerful, but it's that complex, and it takes that much time.
All right, cool. I'll find somebody for them though.
Yeah, that one's a tough one, but we don't have any connects there, unfortunately.
Can you do the same thing through ActiveCampaign?
Yes, you can do the same. That's where we build ours. Is we do it in ActiveCampaign, and it still takes time to build out, but it's much easier to do because of the platform.
I'm going to have a conversation with them. Can I outsource that to you or to a contractor? So I'm not that good in ActiveCampaign, and they've got a budget. I don't have the time, kind of thing.
I would say yes, but to be honest, I'm the only one in our company who knows how to build out that type of funnel. Yeah, and I'm out of time, unfortunately. But there is an ActiveCampaign Facebook group, and that's the first place I would turn if you're looking to hire somebody to do that. And I'm not sure if it's true or not. I kind of forget whether ActiveCampaign actually has a done-for-you service, but they might have a concierge team. Because I know like ActiveCampaign, they have like their verified consultants and like their onboarding team. ActiveCampaign might have the same.
All right, cool. I think that catches up on this campaign. I've got another one running for a coach, and it hasn't finished yet, but if we can just take a look at some of the numbers really quick.
Yeah, and I can do this really quick, but then I'll have to jet in about 10 minutes.
All right, well, let's scratch that then, and I'll mess with that because I still have some work to do on it. I still have my the yoga marketing agency running. I haven't been pushing it, but I keep getting people, and I onboarded a new one. I have not done a brand new studio before, as in they still have construction going in the retail. Anything different that I would want to do aside from what I do a raffle and then a free $50 gift card. Anything different I should run for them?
As far as like a different offer and campaign?
Yeah.
For the yoga studio, yeah, just going with a general discounted offer.
Okay.
Though that's another one to just run just to switch it up. Because yeah, the sweepstakes offer, those are great, but they only work for like 30 to 60 days, and then you got to give them like a 2 or 3 month break. So we flip into just a regular discount offer. We flip into a discount offer, or then one of the things we like to do with any fitness related businesses, it also works in other businesses outside of fitness, but are doing like kind of like a boot camp. So, most yoga studios, they're like, hey, it's $100 a month. If you do a boot camp with them where they say, hey, like we're doing a 3-month member special.
Okay.
And it just is a different offer. And so people are excited by that. That works really well. In addition is because most people think of a gym or a yoga studio and they think, oh, I have to sign like a 6-month or a year-long membership. And so if you just go, hey, we're doing like, this is our summer yoga boot camp, get limber, get in bathing suit shape for the summer. People go, they justify making the purchase because they go, like I'm just going to pay for 3 months and quit. And so they justify doing that. That brings in revenue to the studio. But then what happens is, given that your client actually has an awesome service or an awesome yoga class, people over the course of 3 months create a routine, and then they fall in love with it, and then they actually stay long term.
All right, cool. And then just have a glance at these numbers. Is this good to just convert over to a conversion campaign? I'm just going to refresh it and do the same ad right here, and put it on a conversion campaign with a radius and no additional custom audiences or anything, because I've got 310.
You're crushing it here, dude.
This is crazy. This is actually not from January 1st. It's like from January, I don't know, 15th or 16th. This isn't even 30 days. A little over 30 days.
Is this for the yoga studio?
This is my best one, yeah.
Awesome, man. Gosh, you got to bundle this up into a case study and just start cold emailing these yoga studios. You can sign 100 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I've got to redo a case study. So I guess just take some screenshots here and.
Yeah, and ask your client for 30 seconds on video, or a great one is send them an email and just say, so what are your overall thoughts of the campaign? And let them like rant and rave and then email back to you about how happy they are, and screenshot that as well. But yeah, you can switch this over to conversion now and should be fine just with radius. Okay. I mean, I would still look at your breakdown tab and I'd still see it like, you'll probably see it's 90% women. And I would still choose the gender and the ages, that are converting for you there. And if this is still running and doing well, I would keep this on, but just launch the conversion in just the geo. And that way you have them running side by side and you can just verify that one's working over the other.
All right. Well, cool, man. I know you got a jet. It's, what was that, 3 o'clock there? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 o'clock here. I haven't even eaten breakfast because I had a webinar before this one. Yeah, man, I'm going to try and sneak. I think we have Frank on here too. I'm going to see if I can help Frank as well real quick. And then, then I'd have to jet. But nice work, man. You're crushing it.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it, man. I learned all of it from your course.
Hey, so, awesome, man.
Let me know when you need another testimonial, because if I keep all of these on board in March, if everybody that I've onboarded, I will be at 20K, 21,000.
Awesome, man. I would love a testimonial when you get to that 20K marker, please.
Yeah, that's insane. I start in October. Being at 20K in less than 6 months, that's insane.
What revenue were you doing beforehand, if you don't mind me asking?
I was working for a work bubble, and I was doing 42 a year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but that was my own startup that I was doing. So I still have an equity stake in it, but I'm nowhere near. I was working 14-hour days, 15-hour days, and awesome. I'll be making in 2 months what I did in 1 year.
Congrats, man. Well deserved. You're taking massive action, so it's kudos to you. It's killer, dude. But yeah, keep me posted. I'm excited for you to hit that 20K marker. That's awesome. That's so cool. Awesome, brother. We'll chat with you soon, and we're looking forward to seeing how this one turns out for you, this campaign.
Cool.
All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, later.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome. 1 second here. There we go. We got you on. What's going on? You got the dentist campaign still running?
Yep. And let me actually pull that up here.
Absolutely.
I just lost my share on that, D1NO. Can you redo that?
You're still sharing your screen.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah, you're good.
You can see the Zoom. So you wanted to see where people were going after they hit the landing page. So can you see the landing page?
Yeah, this, okay, yeah, I can see this one.
And everything was going good on it. No bad feedback or anything like that. But when they went ahead and entered their information, where does this go, by the way? I don't even know if somebody put in their email and name and stuff, where does that go?
That should be connected to an email autoresponder that they would go to. But otherwise, let me do this. I'll request remote access and I can show you where it would go.
Okay, thanks. I know you've got limited time here, so I'll try to make it quick.
Well, no, you're good. And we'll make sure that we get you on earlier in the rotation next time.
Well, no, and I just, I think, and I got to be honest with you, I think people in Utah are just a little weird because I'm originally from Florida, and maybe I'm not grasping what people from Florida or from Utah want. So
let's see here. I mean, you got some leads. Here's one. That one looks fake. Here's another one. We know that's Gabriel. That one, not too sure about. That one, not too sure about. So you've gotten 3 leads. I know it's not a ton.
Where did you go to get to this page?
Right here under contacts.
Okay.
So like just what, first you go to your funnel and then you just go to contacts. And it's right there.
Okay.
But so you got 3 leads, still not a ton, but again, this is your first run and that's all right. So you have really, let me pull up your ads manager here. Let's look at, I'm going to customize these columns. I want to look at your click-through rate and how many.
Is there any way to save the columns after you've changed them? Because I've changed them twice now and they don't stay.
Yeah, so let me show you how to do that. So I think we had you create a custom conversion, right? Yeah. We want total and cost. So what we do is when we scroll all the way down, we can click on this, save as
hiding down in the corner.
Frank. Yeah, and then you'll always have it right here. You can choose, like it'll be there as an option for you, just Frank.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not doing it right now. Let me see if it did. Maybe I didn't save it correctly. Let's see. Oh no, it is on there. Okay. Okay, so let's see. This is the one that's running. Click-through rate, cost per click's low. That's good. Let's take a look at your ads here. It's still a low click-through rate.
I know, they don't like me.
Let's see.
I must stink or something, D1NO. I don't know, dude.
Let me take a look at this image and so forth. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the stock images.
Yeah.
Like they just they aren't super exciting.
Well, I did a video and I did a couple of images where it's actually of the dentist doing work on somebody.
Yeah, and the thing is that people don't like going to the dentist, and so it's a trickier one because like people are scared of it. that hurts their teeth. Like it's painful sometimes. So we
Yeah.
don't always want to do like that.
What about a teeth cleaning instead? Or not a teeth cleaning, sorry, teeth whitening.
You mean going with a teeth whitening? That would be great. Yeah, if your client will go for that, like enter to win a free teeth whitening, that's a good one because then like people really like getting the teeth whitening. And if you target women, you'll get a lot of people who enter because ladies, like my fiance whitens her teeth all the time.
Okay.
So I know that one would do good for you. So if your client will go for that, that will help you.
Okay.
And then you would have several options, like with your ad copy, enter to win a free teeth whitening. I would even then change your ad copy to ladies of Povo and Orem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say enter to win a free, then I'd say enter to win a free teeth whitening. And I would go into this like, hey, do you have a big date coming up or party or event? Nothing can make you, look more fabulous than having, pearly whites. And I would really elaborate on that because one of the things we still want to do with ad copy is evoke emotion and talk about the benefits. And so somebody initially might go, no, I don't need to white my teeth. But then if you remind them like, hey, do you have a big event coming up? Don't you want to look amazing for it? Then they go, oh yeah, like, okay, that makes sense. But that would be a good angle to do. But yeah, I'm really going to draw this down to, well, I think we can work on your headline text. So I think if we were to change that to enter to win a free teeth cleaning.
Okay.
I think people like the idea of entering to win. And then, I would go with some photos that are a little bit more exciting. I know, and that's hard to do with it relating to a dental practice, but if you can show image of a woman out with her girlfriends and they all have like a great smile, that would do really well with combining that with teeth whitening.
Okay.
If you're going to do a photo, I can kind of tell this next photo is of a family with children. If you're going to do that, then if you're going to have a photo of a family with children, then your ad copy should say parents of Provo and Orem enter to win a free teeth cleaning for your children. And what you would do is change this to target only parents. All right, and then a photo like this of the family will work because there's relevance. Somebody's be scrolling through Facebook, they'll see a family photo. Your headline text would say parents, free children's teeth cleaning. All right, and then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a great deal. They'll come back and read your ad copy. It'll say, hey, parents of Provo and Orem, enter to win a free teeth cleaning for your children. And there'll be so much alignment between your ad copy and the graphics and your messaging that they'll take action at that point.
Okay, because I'm actually looking at just switching it over to a teeth whitening, and then the other thing I'm trying to do is I've got a 400 franchisee restaurant that I'm trying to get on the hook.
Awesome.
However, I'd like to actually maybe private message you about doing something with you to split it or something. Because I don't have the capacity to do that.
Yeah, well, if you rope in a 400 chain restaurant, we could absolutely discuss helping you actually run the campaign, and you would just be the front man of the relationship, speak to the client directly.
Okay.
And we normally don't do white label services, but if they're big campaigns, then there's enough margins for you and for us and for everybody. And so we would be able to discuss that with you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm working on some restaurant stuff, and I ran into them, and but I'm Greek, and we've got a bunch of Greek restaurants here in Utah, so I thought that might be a little easier gathering of doing a free voucher or something like that than trying to work on these dentists.
yeah. Yeah, that one will be an easier one. We can absolutely do that. The dental one too, what I would do at this point, Frank, is like what we've spoken about so far. Like if you can get it to become teeth whitening, I'd go that direction. But to make it a little bit easier for you, I would switch over to doing lead ads where you collect the lead info directly on Facebook.
Okay.
And that's just a nicer way to go on your earlier campaigns. There's less room for error, so to speak.
My only problem with that is this dentist is kind of lazy, and I'm worried about if too many leads came in, they'd get caught up in how overwhelmed they were, and they wouldn't call.
Yeah, that's not something you can worry about because that falls on them, right? And if they're that lazy, even if you get them a couple good leads at that point, they're probably not following up. But ultimately, right, you can only control what you can control, and that is like getting them leads. And if they didn't call and follow up, they might still be like, hey, that was great. Like, we want to keep doing it. We're so busy, we weren't able to follow up. Or they might say, you know what, like, we didn't even have time to follow up. But at that point, you still have this awesome case study where you got results for them.
Right.
And that's really, really cool. And you can use that to get more clients, or you could use that to help close the 400 chain restaurant deal. And it's just good to have that in your back pocket.
Okay. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
The only other question I had in the ClickFunnels, is there a way to get rid of, you can't see it right now, but this ClickFunnel logo in the right-hand corner?
Yeah, let me show you that guy. So when you're inside ClickFunnels, this is on your thank you page. So we'll click on your thank you page. And then you're going to click on edit page. And that will be under your settings right here.
Okay.
Settings, general, and then it's called your affiliate badge. So you just want to turn that to hide.
Okay.
And then you'll save that and you're good.
Good. All right. Perfect. I'll let you get going, and you've spent way a lot of time today with us. So.
Hey, absolutely, Frank. Well, yeah, switch those over to lead ad campaign because that'll help you out a ton. And if you can get the green light on the teeth whitening offer, then run that to the ladies.
Okay.
And they'll eat that one up.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Well, appreciate it, Frank. Keep us posted on what happens here, and we'll chat with you guys all real soon.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
Goodbye.